Boom shakalaka, what is going on, everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and today is Monday. The weekend is over. I hope you all had a good weekend. And Bitcoin over the weekend, pretty interesting, dropped below 4 grand. Now it's been bouncing all over the place. Everything else bouncing all around, dropping. Ethereum approaching $100. Holy crap. But if you look at behind me, a lot of green today. So we'll talk about that stuff. We'll talk about what's going on. Is a rebound incoming? Is Bitcoin too successful? Edward Snowden says so. We'll take a look at all that stuff. So before we do, guys, just wanted to say thank you for subscribing. Thank you for nuking the shit out of that like button. And if you want to win a shirt, comment on this video, every other video, enter for your chance to win. Not to mention, don't be stupid. Pause the video and read the disclaimer. So, what is going on? Market cap? Holy shit, market cap is approaching $100 billion. It's $123 billion right now. It was like double that a little over a week ago. Bitcoin dominance growing 53.9%, but I can't even believe market cap is so freaking low. Like, I don't remember when it was that low. When was the last time? Let's find out. Let's take a little journey together. We'll find out when it was that low. Well, I'll tell you, it was right around October of last year. Well, maybe not. Maybe it was not October. Hang on, September. September of last year was the last time it was that low. That's just crazy bananas. So Bitcoin today at 37.96. XRP in second place, 35 cents. Ethereum at $108, fastly approaching $100, and then probably going to break through there. Bcash, $182, was down 30%, jumped back up a little bit. EOS at $3, Stellar 14 cents. Bitcoin SV showing up on CoinMarketCap. Look at that. They got Bcash and Bitcoin SV. We'll have to come up with a stupid name for that. We'll just call that Fake Oshi's Vision. Okay? So we got Bcash and Fake Oshi's Vision at 106. Tether, 98 cents. Litecoin, $29. And Cardano at 3 cents. Holy cow. Monero at $54. Holy cow. Everything. It is just plummeting. Is the sky falling? Is it going to go lower? Is it going to go higher? Who knows? Who knows? So, taking a look at the charts. For a while, before the weekend, we were holding right at this fib line, the 78.6 fib line, but we have broken out from there to the downside. Let me see if I can remove these fib lines. There we go. All right. Where next? Well, potentially some support and resistance right around this 29.38, but we also have some moving averages that people are talking about there where it could attack. RSI is still way oversold down here on the bottom. They're like micro big. And MACD still says to hold your Tether or stable coins. But if we take a look at things over the past few hours, if we go to the 4 hourly, they say anything less than the 4 hourly is just noise. That's what the TA traders say. But you can look at them for fun. You know, we fell down, found about 3,600, bounced back up over to 4,200. Now we're trying to find where we're going here. A bit more volume recently than there has been for a long time. I mean, if you take a look, for the past like 2 months, there was no volume. And then recently with all this, a lot of volume. Probably people going into stable coins and moving back. So back and forth. Where is it going to go? Is there going to be a rebound? Well, we'll take a look at that. So this could potentially be a delayed rebound. A delayed rebound. Because really, most of what we see with this is retail traders, not the institutional traders. They don't really buy on exchanges. Not really. Maybe they do, but they do over-the-counter deals. So we don't actually see what they're doing. So are institutional investors accumulating while retailers panic? You better bet your bottom dollar they are. See, here's what's going on. This is what investors with Bitcoin trading under $4,000 are thinking, okay? The retail investors are saying, should I sell and buy back in lower? Should I open a short? Should I just give up? Is it going to zero? Was this the whole crypto thing scam after all? That's exactly what you guys are thinking. I heard all of you thinking that. Well, the institutional investors are just saying, please keep selling us cheap Bitcoin. Thank you. That's right. Because this is like the cheapest it's been. They weren't buying in December, January, whenever. They bought, I mean, probably the last institutional investor was like Mike Novogratz, who bought for 4,000 some, or maybe it was 6,000 some back in November of last year. So now they're buying it. Now they're scooping it up and holding on to it. And eventually we see how those prices impact things, but we're not going to see it immediately on the exchanges. We just need to wait for everybody to lose their mind. Because basically, I like to simplify things because I'm not that smart, but basically, the market stops going down when people stop selling. Right now, people are selling. So it keeps going down and going down and going down, and it'll keep going down. But in all of that, there is good news coming on. So, I saw this article, when Wall Street financializes Bitcoin, who benefits? And it's a long article, so I'm not going to go all the way through it. But basically, they're saying that actually, really, so we're all waiting for these institutional investors for Wall Street to get into Bitcoin, but who actually benefits from that? Wall Street. And that's it. Because what they do is they make derivatives. They make like Bitcoin IOUs. Because Bitcoin, part of the value is there's only 21 million. It's scarce. Also part of the value, they have some of the best developers in the world working on it. Other things, but it's scarce. However, when Wall Street comes in and makes all these Bitcoin IOUs, these derivatives, these types of things, guess what? There's no longer 21 million. There's a lot more. Scarcity goes away, and then they can kind of just inflate the numbers as they please. So it may not be great having all these institutional investors getting in. Ethereum, now Ethereum has taken some major price dives. If you guys travel back with me like 11 months ago, it was $1,500. Now it's approaching $100. Yikes. But the transaction levels remain stable. So this is the Ethereum transaction levels remaining stable even while price dives. Now, generally, Ethereum has followed Metcalfe's law, where price and transaction numbers correlate, but not recently. Transactions have stayed the same. Price has dropped, particularly because people are losing faith in Ethereum a lot more than they're losing faith in, say, Bitcoin. Probably because nobody's using Ethereum to buy ICOs. That's probably why. However, despite that, Ethereum is still working. Now, we talked earlier about Ethereum 2.0 and how that could have a lot of stuff coming on. That was in previous episodes. But even Ethereum 1.0, they're aiming on scaling this summer. That's right, aiming to scale the actual blockchain to have 2 times to 50 times the number of transactions potentially this summer. Pretty cool. So even though the markets are down, still development going on, still people creating stuff, things getting better, like the Lightning Network, getting better, continuing. Lightning Network has expanded by 294% in the last few days. So we all need those second layer solutions, make things fast. But you know what's really going to do it? You know what's really going to solidify Bitcoin as like a real currency that can be used, that'll make it really solid, is this. Ohio is the first state to accept Bitcoin, calling crypto secure, transparent, and low cost. So my buddy read this book about all the money used throughout the world, throughout history. And all the monies that stuck, you were able to pay your taxes in them. So now that you can pay your taxes in Bitcoin in Ohio, and I'm sure that'll catch on in other places, guess what? It's real. It's here to stay. It's going to be pretty badass. So Ohio is going to be the first one, but definitely not the last. And this starts November 26th. So boom, already there. Now, over the weekend, I saw this article. Patrick Byrne from Overstock.com, the CEO, he's basically going full bore into all blockchain. All right. And after he declared that, Overstock's price went up by 20%. People like blockchain. Remember when they had that whole blockchain ICT thing? But here's the crazy thing. Okay, so he's going full bore into T0, which is like the securities type of stuff coming up, because I feel that STOs are going to be the next bubble. So securities, T0, Patrick Byrne. But here's the underlying thing that a lot of people don't know is right down here, he talks about Medici Ventures. Okay, so Medici Ventures is basically a blockchain ventures part of Overstock.com. And stay with me. They are responsible, basically the team for Ravencoin works with Medici, is part of Medici Ventures, work with Medici Ventures. So potentially Ravencoin might have some type of participation with T0, which could make Ravencoin pretty awesome in the future. That's my bet. That's one of the few that I actually hold right now. Now, I talked about STOs being the next bubble. Some people think differently. So the BitPay CEO, Sunny Singh, he thinks that Fidelity and Backed will drive the next Bitcoin rally. Because when your mom and dad are able to buy into cryptos pretty easily for their retirement funds, that would be more money coming into crypto. So potentially that could be the next major rally. Now, Backed was postponed until January. That could be a reason why we saw the price dip. Also, the hash wars, that could be a reason we saw the price dip. But come January, will we see the price shoot up? Because even though Backed isn't an ETF, it's close to an ETF. And the Arthur Hayes, the CEO of BitMEX, was saying that when there is an ETF, Bitcoin will be $50,000. That's when everybody was like, ETFs. People don't talk about ETFs anymore, probably because the price is crashing. But these things could potentially help the price out. And the last little article, Edward Snowden. Guys, if you haven't seen the movie Snowden, check it out. It's pretty badass. The government does some fucked up shit with us, with our privacy. So, he says Bitcoin has become too successful. Now, read the article. He really likes Bitcoin because it's basically like a database that can't be taken down, which is awesome. But he goes on to say further that the flaw in Bitcoin is actually the failure to account for it becoming too successful. He thinks Bitcoin is too successful now. Why is that? Well, basically, because it's so expensive and because there's so many people using it and computing and mining, the costs for mining are so high, the environmental impact are so high, he thinks that Bitcoin is too successful for its own job. But even so, I still think it's doing awesome. So that's it for the news today. Is there a bounce coming? Yeah, I think eventually. Right now, no. May go lower. Who knows? I mean, listen, my buddy tells me that people, when there's new technology, they overestimate it in the short term and they underestimate it in the long term. So everybody's overestimating Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in the short term. We're running our moon Lambos right now. But in the long term, there's a potential for like a whole fleet of moon Lambos. But people aren't going to do that because they're so busy getting burnout on the short term that they completely miss the long-term picture. So make sure you stay in for that long-term picture, not financial advice. Duh. So guys, if you want to get this in your inbox, the news in your inbox every day, just go to crypto-love.com. You can enter your email address there. You'll also enter to win a ledger. Also, check out Signal Profits. It's pretty awesome. Daily trading signals. Use that with 3 commas and you'll be pretty set for making Bitcoin trading, different stuff like that. So there's links down in the description. They are affiliate links, so I make money off of them. And lastly, let's give away a shirt. We had 1, 2, 3 videos since I gave away a shirt. So the lucky winner is 3. Number 3. That was the tap video. Simple fiat to crypto gateway. And one of you winners. Any questions while I'm doing this stuff? I know it'll take a second. Oh yeah, 27 comments on that video. And the winner is Crash Monkeys. Hell yes, brother. Crash Monkeys, you get a t-shirt. So email me at the email on my about page. I will send you a t-shirt anywhere in the world. As to the rest of you, we're still here. Yeah. You guys who still hang around, you just got to hang around long enough. Eventually they'll come back up. Oh, check it out. I Love Crypto's here too. What is up? Says I'm looking handsome. Gosh, I just love being complimented by dudes. It is awesome. Awesome. Alright, who the fuck cares what Chico Crypto says? He's just attacking everybody. Really, who cares? You know? There's an old saying, you might have heard of this. Let he without sin cast the first stone. So, if you're gonna listen to Chico Crypto, anyways. Yeah, so that is that. And yeah, good stuff. Cool. So that's it. Love you guys. Have a good one. Happy Monday. Beginning of the week. Who knows? Big things. Maybe this week Bitcoin will go to $15,000. Maybe. All right. Catch you later. Have a good one. Peace, peace, peace.